Previously on The Warriors.
Good evening, everyone. What are you going to do, Washington County, about the Warriors this season?
Because, man, it's all about championships. It's all about winning. It's all about camaraderie. It's all about brotherhood. It's all about every single one of those things because this season, man, we're in it to win it.
If I had to handpick a team that we went out to, I guess I would handpick.
Hey, man, at least it wasn't pure chaos again.
Nah.
All I'm going to say is the Warriors are some bad motherfuckers. Will never be as terrible as Brunswick. And I love y'all, and I can't wait to see you Sunday. Fuck the Railroaders.
But this guy we got coming up next, he's got a resume. He's an 8-man champion in Frederick and D.C. He brings with him a resume, and he's ready to go. Last year, he brought pure chaos to the league. This year, though, he's trying to be unremarkable. Let's listen to here, Mr. Z-Man, Jamie Zimmerman. Welcome to the show. Jamie, welcome to the show. Appears he does not have a microphone on. Jamie, you have to turn on your microphone.
Turn your mic on.
Turn on your microphone, Jamie. I don't think he has a microphone, man. I don't see an option for one. He's just making faces right now. I can't tell. Like, there he is. He says 1 second. There we go. We got to look at Z-Man. There he is. Connecting the audio. We got him. He's coming. He's on his way. There we go. Z-Man, welcome to the show.
Can you hear me now?
Good.
There we go.
All right, my bad. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on, Joe.
Turn me down over there.
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's all good, Z-Man. But first, before we talk about the unremarkables, let's talk about pure chaos last season. From the start, you were the starting quarterback. I remember Ronnie was hyping you up. You've been a big 8-man champion. We were wondering, can Z-Man be the next Chris Boone? What happened last season, Jamie? Where was the disconnect?
When I was younger. So for me, it was nothing. But I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to go into detail about chaos because I'm not going to talk shit. All I'll say is that when May 30th comes, that's the only freaking day I'm looking forward to in this whole season. But
so you're overlooking the rest of the league for pure chaos.
What do you mean?
You're only looking forward to May 30th. You're forgetting you still got to play us this weekend. You got
well, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I don't want. I was just saying,
bro.
No, I get it, and I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to talk shit about chaos, but it's just like it was Killer B buddy ball. That's all it was, and it was like I had a half against Broadax, which I put up a touchdown, and we held them to 2, but Zeke, Zeke just demolished the secondary on 2 easy plays. So they got up 14. I still scored. I was moving the offense. Then they say you're taking a few shots. Like that's what and then they put Devin in. Devin throws, I went back. Devin threw like 4 interceptions in the second half, if I'm not mistaken, if not 3 or 2. Then we come back against the Spartans. 100%. Spartans right now are something to be reckoned with. And I got to see what their defensive line brought to the table. And it wasn't a joke. And the offensive line that we had that day, it just seems like they had given up. They don't know me and I don't know them. I had 2 practices with them, but things were still progressing even at practices. The only one that seemed to like cause like a divot in there was that their safety they had that was named Brady. And it just started a mutiny. And I was like, I'm here to help you. And then just to be at the second half of that Spartans game, I got taken out. I threw 1 interception, but we had no line, nothing. And on top of it, I don't know Keon. I don't know Houston. I don't know Markel. I don't know their speed. I don't have a lot of longevity with them. So it was just like, can I get 1 full game just to finish and try to, build something with these guys? And I never got that chance. So then I sat there, came to every game from Damascus, sat there, helped, did whatever I could. Every chance, everybody's walking by. Why are you on the sidelines? Go ask them. So then when Devin got injured, and then Devin called me over in the middle of his injury and was like, he had that moment, like, the replacements, like, finish what you started. Like, all right, we're going to do this. We were up on the X-Dogs on the goal line. They put in Hilliard, who goes in and throws an interception. And I'm like, I sat there for 4 more games and ate it and swallowed it because I'm a team player. I'm going to be there in case you need me. and I sat there with my arms crossed and did whatever I could. So us coming here was partially that, but it's like we've known about this league, but it's time to step up to the big. This is where it's at, and a lot of people don't know that, and this league is hidden. But I'm like, this is one of the most profound leagues in the DMV that allows you to prepare for nationals A and B brackets.
So you got to ask yourself, Ross, going over that tape just now,
Yeah.
do you feel like the biggest thing that Chaos is missing now is Z-Man? Do you feel like Chaos perhaps misused Z-Man? That Chaos doesn't know what they're doing? Uh-oh. Well, we can't really say anything, can we? Yeah. You remember that day, Ross? October 17th, 2020. The same week you played your final flag football game of your career. The same week you lost to pure chaos. I wasn't there. I was in York. I was over at Clash of York 2. Shot some footage, had a good time, had a couple good games there. I get in my car, heading back home. I call Ross and I say to him, so how'd it go? And he says to me, what'd you say? What was that, Ross?
Probably something along the lines of I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we had to ride in the car together the whole way to York the next day, too. It's a long, nice discussion about that pure chaos game. You remember it. I don't remember it. I wasn't there, so I can't really say anything.
Keep harping on that.
You know, it's what I call the Tivis rule. If I had been there, it would have been different.
I think we had 12 guys. That's it.
12 strong warriors.
We literally had a roster sheet of, I think, 32. We had 12 that day.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Still
should have got it done, though.
Clancy was there, right?
Clancy was not there.
Clancy was not there. Where was Clancy? Hanging out with Tivis?
I believe so. I do believe so.
Oh, man. Alex Foster had to start in that game.
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah.
Let's,
What was the highlight of that game? Do you remember?
there wasn't one.
Oh, okay. What was the worst loss? That or the Killer Bees game like 2 weeks earlier? 3 weeks earlier. Remember one where we lost to the Bees because our best lineman got ejected for being hit in the face? Remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a long day.
Yeah. That was a long week. That was a long season.
Yeah.
What was last fall? What was last year? Life is crazy. Life is sweet. My voice is a little rough tonight. Pretty sure it's the allergies or the smoking or both. Probably both. So I apologize. I've been talking a lot all day too, so I got to give it a rest. I think we had like a 2-hour show last night, me and Keith Giles. But let's talk about this week, Ross Collins. Pure chaos. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Where do we begin? First, it was the rumor and speculation. Birdman and Dion Page and pure chaos. It came flying out last March before COVID hit. What was this team going to be? On paper, it sounded like it was pure chaos. 2 A-bracket players, a quarterback and receiver. Ronnie Hamilton running the team. Uniforms that are circuit level. Got to dig that Blaze 420 on the back of it. Tribute to Mayhem with the tornado.
I will say I like the back more than the front.
I think the back's pretty awesome. I think if you had actually gone with the back as the main one, that would have been fire. If you want to see the front one, I'd get up, but I don't. No, let's not.
If you've
Let's
ever
not do
seen,
that.
if you ever seen gray toilet paper praying with eyes on it, that's what the front is.
That is what the front is.
So
It was an awesome logo. I think it was designed by Chris Uresco. I thought I heard. Another great graphic. I had like sat there and heard about this team, and then I found out that Pure Chaos was merely the Killer Bees A team. Because the Bees are the B team.
oh shit.
Yeah, because they're the Killer Bees.
Shit.
That's why they're called the Killer Bees, right? Because they're the B team. Chaos is the A team. Chaos had some of the B guys. Even Z-Man said it last week. He accused it of being Killer Bee buddy ball, quote unquote. And there were a lot of Killer Bees on that roster. You take a look at what they had. They had Devin Redmond at quarterback, who was balling on the X-Dogs until he got hurt. Prayers for Devin. Hope he recovers. Not sure when we'll see him again on the field, but we hope it's soon. You also take a look as well. They had Brady Benner. He mentioned that safety Brady Benner, who he said cost him a lot of issues, which we saw on KFFL a few weeks ago. Z-Man might be onto something. Then you also take a look at everybody else on the squad. BJ Smith, wide receiver. They had Houston. Lurie was in talks of coming in to play for Chaos at some point, I heard. Telling you, man, Ronnie's got that potential to be an A bracket owner one day on the circuit. And when he does, it's going to be pure chaos for the A circuit. Those North teams don't know what's coming when pure chaos hits the circuit. I hope he does too, and the jerseys and the logo. I want him to ride that all the way through, 100%, for real, for real. Just saying.
Are we moving on to the Spartans now?
No, why we talk about the Spartans on the Warriors show? Why don't we talk about a team who hasn't technically beaten us since the Greencastle Antrim Spartans, which isn't even the same group of guys? Actually, no, Devin Gary was on that last team. He pops up in a game in 2017. I didn't realize that until I went back and rewatched it.
I think that was the one that Brock and Joe talked to him and said he actually went to Boonesboro.
Yeah, he was there when I was there.
Yeah,
He should be a Warrior.
he should be.
Yeah, he'd be a great Warrior. Just saying. I'm just saying. I think everybody would be great Warriors, though. Even you, Deuce Dutch, who supposedly is watching according to Facebook. I can't even keep the phone up. Link in the comments if you were trying to call in. We're here to talk flag football and the Warriors.
We're back at River Bottom Park.
River Bottom Park, man. Are you excited, Ross?
I am. I'll be out there.
You will be there on Sunday, as I will be the lone commentator on OMFFL this week.
Yep.
There's been a rescheduling of games due to contact tracing and everything else that happened last week. There was 3 players who tested positive for COVID. We're good on our end so far. I'm going to try to get another test done by Sunday at least, just in case, because the timeline of COVID, you never know.
Right.
And especially this time of the year, it's hard to tell what anything is, A couple people have told me so far they thought they were just normal sick. So it's like, got to be careful, got to be safe. But I'll be there on Sunday. I'll have the scheduled games out later. Game of the week, though, 2 games: Misfits Rampage and Misfits Scorpions. That's how your morning's going to kick off in Owings Mills.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What a day to come.
I'll be watching.
I'll be there. We'll be live.
I'll be watching.
But, this Pure Chaos game is going to be very interesting because they have our number, technically speaking. Let's be real here, man.
Yeah.
They own the Warriors.
We've only played them one time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one time.
We didn't win. Oh my god.
Bro, I swear to you, like
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna quite go their way this time.
if you were to rank your worst losses in your flag career, where does that rank?
It's towards the top.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna hate. I'm gonna be real for a second. Chaos was actually a team who got better as the year went on, and they had a formidable squad all season. They were very much a B team on terms of how they played. They weren't C level, like they weren't a C level scrub team. They definitely had the potential to play. It was tough. The quarterback situation was a merry-go-round for them last year. You know, Z-Man was the guy pinned the whole time. I don't know what happened to the Birdman contract negotiations. I heard it went pretty well at Battleview a few months ago, but not sure what happened from there. But when I look back at it, you know, you had Z-Man, you had Devin in for a minute. And I thought I felt like Devin was a right choice when they put him in because Devin had that chemistry with those guys playing with the Killer Bees. And, you know, Z-Man could sit there and say Killer Bee buddy ball, but the Killer Bee buddy ball was kind of working for a franchise that was very inexperienced in the 9-man game. And, you know, I get it. Z-Man had experience in it as well, but I feel like it goes back to that first year team problem of, is this the right group of guys that are going to click and connect? Are the ideas the same? Are the goals the same? I think Z-Man wanted something else. Chaos was in another direction. I think when Devin had an opportunity, he balled out. He played well. Like he was improving last fall. We saw him grow up against us last fall in KFFL when he had those 2 late touchdowns against us back on September 26th at Shippensburg. You know, in the X-Dogs game, he was at a point where, sub scholar, he was leading them, man. It was 18-7. And then out of nowhere, the injury happened on the sideline, and it was heartbreaking to watch because I really thought like he was hitting his stride and playing the best football he had played in his career. From there, you had a combination rotation of RJ and Houston, which I felt like RJ played well for the most part, coming off of a heart attack a year prior and not really getting in much work in the offseason. Remember, we had him in the TBT training camps back in June that season. And when I saw RJ, he had been arguably the heaviest I'd seen him. He had put on weight. He was not in shape. But by the time the season rolled around and as it went on, he got back to his game. He played some of the best ball he had played in a long time. And he ended up winning comeback player of the year for that. And then you had Houston come into the mix as well. And, you know, honestly, for as good as RJ carried the team, I ain't going to lie, Houston's got to be the guy. I said this last night on Keith's show about Houston as the quarterback for Killer Bees. Like, he's got to be the option if there's no Tay there who's supposed to be there, I'm hearing. Who knows if that's true or not. Could be a trick. And no one knows.
That's true. A lot of people on the roster over there.
Killer Bees?
Yeah.
Some of them got the heart of the Warrior, though.
Is it still like gotta have like what was it, 3-4 games to be eligible for playoffs or whatever?
I think it's 3. I think it's 2 or 3. It's not like last year in county where it was basically bring in as many people as you feel like.
Right.
Moving along now. You know, I think Houston was the guy. toward the end. I feel like he could still be the guy. I don't know what their intentions are at quarterback this year. I'm not going to give away anything on that. They do have a couple more people coming in. I heard they got Ant coming in at QB. Marty's coming in at QB. Seems like they're getting a little more depth. Depth doesn't hurt, especially when they can play multiple positions. You got a lot of guys who can play different spots there. That's a good thing to have. I'm curious to see how it all goes for Pure Chaos overall. I think it's going to be a really good game when they play, or when we play. Sorry, I'm used to speaking in third.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's going to be competitive.
What are you talking about?
Chaos and us.
I don't think so.
It's going to be tough. I don't sleep on anybody, Ross. You know me. I always project us as the underdog. We'll never forget TBT's triumphant win in Keystone last year, overcoming the odds. And I think we're going to overcome the odds this year in County. It's a stacked deck. Tough cards to play. It's a deadly game. I'm just saying. What's the other games? What else they got?
You want to look it up?
I'm thinking out loud. Broad Axe Ruckus.
Yeah. First game of the day, Ruckus Broad Axe, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Fun fact, Broad Axe hasn't beaten Ruckus in the regular season in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. Every time they've played in the postseason, Broad Axe has won, though. So, fall 18, they didn't play. Spring 19, Ruckus won for the first time, but lost a playoff rematch. Fall 19, Ruckus won, lost a playoff rematch. Last fall, Ruckus won, and there was no rematch. And so, with that in mind, when you take a look at it, I feel like Ruckus can make it interesting and competitive, but it's hard to tell what Broad Axe has, man. I hear Tom's loading up. This might be Tom's best team in years. Might be a couple returns coming, too. We'll see. Ruckus, if Dustin can find bodies, he'll be fine. I think Dustin's made some friends, though. He's making some friends.
I don't know what they have, man. I really have no idea.
Unpredictable, dude. It's unpredictable.
I don't even know what Broad Axe really has. It's a weird season. There's only 6 teams. There's a lot of players out there. You never know what you're going to see, I don't think.
Never know what you're going to see. I'm going to go with – I'm not going to make a prediction on this because I don't want to talk about it, but I think it's going to be a good game. Spartans Broad Axe be a good one, too. I think that's going to be a dogfight. Really looking forward to hearing about that later. Hope someone goes live. I would not recommend going live at that field. It's better to just hit the camera button and just film straight up.
You got Unremarkable
Sparmarkables or something.
Remarkable.
Oops.
Reliable. Relatables. I don't know. I still say that's the worst team name I ever heard.
What is?
Unremarkable.
Doom Squad.
I think it's right there with Doom Squad.
Worst team names ever.
It's got to be. I mean, no offense. I kind of like Z-Man though, but I don't know. You need a third team name for starters.
If he's
It's like name your team the Jets.
I will.
He's just doomed from the
I will sell him.
Unremarkable start.
I will sell him the name of Survivors, and he can keep the collars for the Unremarkables.
Man.
I feel like that would be the best idea for them to do going forward. Spartans Unremarkables. I don't see that being a close game. I think that's gonna be.
Second game of the day, though.
Yeah, but Don's gonna have them ready because they've been playing double headers in Keystone too. So with that Keystone experience already in mind, I feel like that's gonna be interesting for them. I think the Spartans can hang. But Unremarkable is going to be tested for sure. So looking forward to it overall. It's going to be a good Sunday. Did have somebody want to call in. Thank you. I'm trying to get somebody on. Oh, that's a.
Found
I didn't know he had that one. Nice.
it in there. I saw it laying in there.
Did you see it in there?
Saw it laying in there.
Ooh. Looking forward to it. Gonna be a good day. This call is not going to work out. So see you all Sunday.
We're staying coast.